Hello everyone, DCB here, and welcome to another discussion video. In today's discussion video, I'd like to discuss the possibility or the possible origins of April Fool's Day. Why do we celebrate it? Where did it come from? That kind of thing. Now, I have looked at a lot of different sources. A lot of these come from reports that were published in March, either March 29th or March 30th, so not actually on April 1st, so hopefully they're not my jokes. I've also found them from different websites like the History website, National Geographic, and Discovery Channel stuff. So, although April Fool's Day, also called All Fools' Day, has been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures, its exact origins remain a mystery. So this is from what I found. There's multiple sources that say that's from different things. Here are a few of the what they've said. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Julian calendar as called for by the tenant in 1583. The Julian calendar was based on a 11th month thing, so after a few, well, I'll link a description to why we have a leap year, and that will explain why we changed from the Julian calendar to the Julian calendar. People slow to get the news or failed to realise that the start of the new year had moved to the 1st of January and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through to April 1st, became the butt of jokes and hoaxes. These planks, including having to wear paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as April fish, because I cannot speak French, said to symbolise a young, easily caught fish and gullible person. Historians have also linked April Fool's Day to festivals such as Halloween, which was celebrated in ancient Rome at the end of March and involved people dressing up in disguises. There was speculation that April Fool's Day was tied to the spring equinox on the first day of spring in the Northern Hemisphere, where Mother Nature fooled people with changing, unpredictable weather. April Fool's Day spread through Britain in the 18th century. In Scotland, the tradition became a 2-day event, starting with hunting the gawk, in which people were sent on phony errands. Gawk is a word for cuckoo bird, a symbol for fools, and followed by Tiddle Day, which involves pranks played on people dietaries such as pinning fake tails or kick me signs on them. In modern day times, people have gone to great lengths to create elaborate April Fool's hoaxes. Newspapers, radios, TV stations and websites have participated in the 1st of April edition of reporting outrageous fictional claims that have fooled the audiences. In 1957, the BBC reported that Swiss farmers were experiencing a record spaghetti crop and showed footage of people harvesting noodles from trees. Numerous rules were fooled. In 1985, Sports Illustrated tricked many of its readers when it ran a made-up article about a rookie pitcher named Sid Finch who could throw a fastball over 168 miles per hour. In 1996, Taco Bell, the fast food restaurant chain, duped people when it announced it had agreed to purchase Philadelphia's Liberty Bell and introduced to rename it to Taco Liberty Bell in 1998. After Burger King advertised a left-handed Whopper, scores of clueless customers requested the fake sandwich. So yeah, there's obviously been a lot of fools and a lot of jokes that have happened in the past few years with that kind of stuff as well. Do you do any sort of pranking on April Fool's Day? Which of these sources do you think is the most credible? Which of these do you think is the most accurate for where we get April Fool's Day from. Are there any other sources or stories that you've heard that have supposedly created this April Fool's Day, which is on the 1st of April every year? As always, I do hope you found the video instructive and intuitive. Please leave your thoughts as always in the comment below. Like the video if you like the video, watch other videos if you want, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until next one, this is DCB. Knowledge is power if we use it wisely.